Welcome to the Philippines' premier motor show. This is Autofocus. I'm Ray Louis Gamboa. Here are our features on this edition of your electronic magazine, exclusive to the automobile and its industry.
Starting off with reviews of two vehicle models presently in the local market. A subcompact sedan from Volkswagen, the Santana 1.4 MPI manual, and a compact SUV crossover from Mazda, the CX-30 2.0 automatic FWD Sport. Plus a feature-to-feature comparison of two subcompact SUV crossovers, the Kia Stonic EX versus the Ford Territory Titanium Plus. On Autopedia, we'll talk about reading and understanding a dyno chart, and together with the latest news and developments in the local auto industry, we shall add the launch of BMW M models as our special feature.
The next 60 minutes is all about the automobile. This is Autofocus, and we'll be right back after this short break.
I think my dad is secretly a superhero. He's the coolest, smartest, strongest person alive. No matter where we go, he always makes sure I feel safe. And he isn't afraid of anything. My dad likes to call that the power to lead. I call it his superpower.
Suzuki Ertiga.
Life is beating fast. Find what you're waiting for.
Seven-seater in style.
Be part of the 2021-2022 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to bit.ly/AFPCA2021, then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2021-2022 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate, standard, and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until November 30, 2021. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
Live extra
with the Mitsubishi Xpander Cross.
Welcome back to Autofocus, the automobile show. We start this edition of your electronic magazine with a review of one of the latest automobile models from Volkswagen. Volkswagen Philippines has been quite active lately. First, launching the T-Cross, then announcing the move to bring back the Combi. Meanwhile, it is making its sedan car lineup all the more easy to acquire, like the Santana 1.4 MPI manual.
Volkswagen relies on the solid reputation of German engineering in marketing its lineup of vehicles. This remains true even as Volkswagen automobile production has spread across countries and continents. Volkswagen Philippines falls back on the same game plan as it introduces new models and burnishes its old lineup. Among Volkswagen's local lineup is the Santana 1.4 MPI manual, perhaps the most affordable German-engineered entry-level subcompact sedan in the country, listed at 686,000 pesos. This 4-door, 5-seater Santana is 4,475mm long, 1,706mm wide, and 1,496mm tall, with a 2,603mm wheelbase. The exterior design is best described as classic and timeless with clean lines and soft curves. Exterior features include adjustable halogen headlights, power-adjustable and folding side view mirrors, and 14-inch alloy wheels strapped by 175/70 R14 radial tires. The Santana 1.4 MPI manual comes with keyless entry, making it convenient to get into one of the roomiest cabins in the subcompact sedan segment. One only gets fabric upholstery in the Santana, but the front seats slide and recline with the driver getting the added benefit of a height adjuster. The dashboard and instrumentation is well laid out and quite functional with easy-to-read dials for speedometer and tachometer, electronic multi-information trip meter, digital clock, and odometer. Adding to comfort and convenience are air conditioner with large vents, power windows on front doors, power door locks with central locking, rear seat headrest, accessory power outlet, foldable rear seats with headrest, front cup holders, bottle holders, and central console armrest. The infotainment system doesn't come with touchscreen in the Santana 1.4 MPI manual, but the 2-DIN audio features AM/FM radio, Bluetooth connectivity, USB and auxiliary ports, front and rear speakers. Most of those who experience driving this model find the ride pleasant, safe, and reliable. While the 1,395cc 4-cylinder gasoline engine with multi-point fuel injection only puts out 90 PS and 132 Nm of torque, the Santana doesn't feel underpowered in city or highway driving, especially when you know how to use a 5-speed manual. Top speed is placed at a good 181 km per hour. Ride and handling in the Santana are what you'd expect from a German-engineered front-wheel drive subcompact sedan with power steering, a well-tuned suspension system featuring independent McPherson struts in front and semi-independent composite torsion beam in the rear, and brakes using ventilated front discs and rear drums. Solid, stable, and comfortable. Also standard in the Santana is anti-lock brake system for added safety on the drive. Other safety features in the Santana 1.4 MPI manual include dual airbags, seat belts for 5, height adjustable in the front seats, seat belt warning, front and side impact beams, crash sensor, door ajar warning, and engine check warning. For security, there is an anti-theft device as well as an electronic engine immobilizer.
Unlike the Beetle and the Combi days of the 60s and 70s, Volkswagen is now known more as a premium vehicle brand. People are still surprised that there's a very affordable VW subcompact sedan in the local market. The latest auto industry news and developments right after this break.
I think my dad is secretly a superhero. He's the coolest, smartest, strongest person alive. No matter where we go, he always makes sure I feel safe. And he isn't afraid of anything. My dad likes to call that the power to lead. I call it his superpower.
Be part of the 2021-2022 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to bit.ly/AFPCA2021, then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2021-2022 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate, standard, and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until November 30, 2021. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
Santero Sport. Elevate your journey.
Drive your ambition. Mitsubishi Motors.
Welcome back to Autofocus, and we now have the latest auto industry news.
Chevrolet Philippines thinks there's room for one more subcompact crossover in the already crowded local market. It has rolled out the Tracker, the latest model in Chevy's new generation global SUV lineup, which is named the best-selling utility vehicle in major Latin American markets, including Brazil, Mexico, and Argentina. According to attorney Albert Arcilla, President and Chief Executive Officer of Chevrolet Philippines, the Tracker continues Chevrolet's tradition of producing highly capable crossovers and highlights the brand's focus on growing market segments by offering stylishly designed vehicles loaded with customer-centric technology. The Tracker combines practical functionality, modern athletic design, intelligent connectivity features, refined engine technology, advanced safety features, and smart cargo space. Made available locally are two Tracker model variants, the base Tracker LS priced at 1,142,888 pesos and the Tracker LT Redline Edition priced at 1,242,888 pesos. Both are available with a special introductory discount of 30,000 pesos until September 30, 2021. Both are powered by a new generation 1.0-liter 3-cylinder DOHC Ecotech turbo engine, mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission that delivers 116 horsepower and 175 Nm of torque at 1,500 to 4,200 RPM. British luxury sports car maker Aston Martin rolled out the DBX, its first ever SUV, back in November of 2019. In a little over a year since its global debut, the DBX is now here in the Philippines, brought over by DB Phils Motorsports, Incorporated of the Tagle Group of companies. Mark Louis Tagle, chairman and president of Aston Martin Manila, is confident that the DBX will be warmly embraced by the Filipino market. Already, the DBX has built a strong market share among luxury SUVs in Asia-Pacific countries that have commenced deliveries, including Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong, according to Patrick Nilsson, Director of Operations for Asia-Pacific. The DBX is powered by a 550 horsepower 4-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine that also generates 700 Nm of torque, the same power unit found in the DB11 and Vantage. The engine is mated to a 9-speed torque converter automatic gearbox connected to an all-wheel drive system with active differentials. It can go from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 4.5 seconds. It has a top speed of 181 miles per hour. Independent oil company Clean Fuel has opened a new station along Alabang Zapote Road to provide affordable yet quality fuel products to private motorists, public utility, and commercial transport.
For the longest time, alam mo, naghahanap tayo ng tamang lokasyon dito sa Alabang Zapote. While we have stations here over at the south, sa Parañaque, sa Las Piñas, ito yung unang stasyon natin in the Alabang area. And we're very happy to be here sa Alabang Zapote Road.
Aside from fuel products, including Clean 91, Premium 95, and high-grade diesel, the 2,400 square meter retail station has clean and spacious air-conditioned restrooms, air and water services, as well as cashless payment options. The station has commercial space for lease to tenants operating a car wash bay area, food store outlets, and motorcycle stores. Attorney Bong Suntay, president of Clean Fuel Group of Companies, says with businesses slowly opening up and the economy recovering, Clean Fuel, through its continuously growing network of stations, will be ready to provide the most competitive pricing in the market to help motorists.
The fuel we sell are not only for commercial vehicles, not only for the ordinary private vehicle, pero pati yung mga luxury at saka yung mga supercar could buy their fuel, the quality fuel here at Clean Fuel.
He also revealed Clean Fuel's opening stations in Olongapo, San Ildefonso, Tanay, Los Baños, as well as in some key areas in the National Capital Region.
I would like to invite you to try Clean Fuel's quality fuel for less. And I can assure you, matutuwa kayo. Your motor vehicle will run smooth, will run faster. At just try it and see for yourself. So maraming salamat. Thank you very much to all of you.
The Electric Vehicle Association of the Philippines, or EVAP, has announced that it will be holding the 9th Philippine Electric Vehicle Summit as an online event on August 26 and 27. The virtual event will be held in partnership with Meralco and the Department of Energy. EVAP said the theme of the two-day conference, accelerating the switch to electromobility in the Philippines, is particularly significant as the transformation of the local transportation sector to electromobility has been very slow compared to ASEAN neighbors like Thailand and Singapore. EVAP President Edmund Araga indicated that the Philippines lags behind the global movement of electric vehicles, gaining a bigger share of total number of vehicles sold in many countries.
They have more aggressive government support. So that's one thing because they incentivize the industry. As for our part, ngayon pa lang coming to pieces kasi ngayon pa lang na-approve yung mga programs natin on regulation. So that's why we boldly stated that we are far behind on the other ASEAN countries.
Electric car registrations increased by 41% in 2020, despite the pandemic-related worldwide downturn in car sales in which global car sales dropped 16%. Araga said the 9th summit will convene key stakeholders from the public and private sectors, as well as the civil society to discuss policies, issues, and solutions for accelerating the adoption of electromobility in the country.
We invite you to join us virtually on August 26 and 27. That would be next month. It would start from 9 o'clock until 4 o'clock. So this would be a two-day event with a lot of topics to discuss related to EVs. So this is in partnership with Nissan and Department of Energy.
To register for the 9th Philippine Electric Vehicle Summit, visit www.evap.com.ph.
Those are the latest news and developments in the automotive industry. We shall take another short break. Stay with us. I'll be right back.
I think my dad is secretly a superhero. He's the coolest, smartest, strongest person alive. No matter where we go, he always makes sure I feel safe. And he isn't afraid of anything. My dad likes to call that the power to lead. I call it his superpower.
Make long distance easy with the Mirage G4.
Be part of the 2021-2022 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to bit.ly/AFPCA2021, then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2021-2022 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate, standard, and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until November 30, 2021. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
Every time I'm on the road, I can expect high performance from Phoenix Fuels. Now with Pulse technology, delivers enhanced power and acceleration to make every trip come alive.
Welcome back to Autofocus, the country's premier automobile news and features electronic magazine. Here's our feature-to-feature comparison of the latest automobile models belonging to the same category on Head-to-Head. Crossover or SUV? Which would you rather have? Head-to-Head compares specs of the Kia Stonic 1.4 EX Automatic against the Ford Territory 1.5-liter Titanium Plus.
The lines between SUVs and crossovers have blurred over the years as automakers and distributors try to outsmart and outmaneuver the competition with offerings across segments, classifications, and price points. Among two of the many offerings doing the blurring are the Kia Stonic 1.4 EX Automatic and the Ford Territory 1.5L Titanium Plus. The Kia Stonic is 4,100mm long, 1,735mm wide, 1,533mm tall, with a 2,570mm wheelbase and a 185mm ground clearance. The exterior features of the Stonic EX include projector-type halogen headlamps, LED daylight running lamps, turn signal indicators integrated into the side mirrors, black and silver radiator grille, chrome beltline molding, and door handles. Standard in the Stonic are rear window defoggers, rear spoiler with high mount stop lamp, front and rear skid plates, roof rails and fin-type antenna, and 16-inch alloy wheels wrapped by 195/60R16 tires. The Ford Territory is 4,580mm long, 1,936mm wide, and 1,674mm at its highest point, with a 2,716mm wheelbase and a 180mm ground clearance. The Territory Titanium Plus comes with all LED headlamps, front and rear fog lamps, tail lamps, power adjustable, power folding, heated side mirrors with integrated turn signal lights, chrome door handles, shark fin antenna, rear spoiler, roof rails, 18-inch alloy wheels strapped by 235/50R18 tires, and panoramic sunroof. The Stonic EX gets smart keyless entry and illuminated push-start button. The cabin features black dashboard of soft-to-touch plastics that has silver accents and an instrument panel with analog speedometer and tachometer with a 3.5-inch TFT LCD multifunction display. It sits 5 comfortably in cloth-covered seats. The driver's seat slides, reclines, and adjusts for height. The 3-spoke polyurethane steering wheel tilts and comes with controls for audio and Bluetooth. Standard interior comfort and convenience features include automatic air conditioning, power windows and door locks, power outlet, glove box, 2 cup holders on front console, and 4 bottle holders on doors. The infotainment system comes with AM/FM radio, MP3 player, Bluetooth for hands-free mobile phone use, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and 4 speakers plus 2 tweeters. The Territory Titanium Plus comes with smart keyless entry with push-start button. It sits 5 in perforated leather seats. The front seats can be heated or cooled. Driver's seat power adjusts 10-way. Front seat passenger manually adjusts 4 ways. Rear seat splits and folds 60/40. Leather-wrapped steering wheel tilts and telescopes. Other interior features include power windows, central speed sensing door locks, automatic air conditioning, 7 cup and bottle holders, ambient lighting with 7 color, and cabin filter. The infotainment system features a 10-inch touchscreen with adjustable quad-view Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, 3 USB ports for charging and 1 for data, 8 speakers. It also supports wireless charging. The front-wheel drive Stonic is powered by a 1.4-liter inline-4 gasoline engine with DOHC and DC VVT that generates 100 PS at 6,000 revolutions per minute and 132 Nm of torque at 4,000 RPM, and it's mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission. The suspension system uses McPherson struts and stabilizer in front and coupled torsion beam axle in the rear. The brake system uses discs on all wheels. The Territory is powered by Ford's 1.5-liter EcoBoost engine that generates 143 PS from 4,500 to 5,200 RPM and 225 Nm from 1,500 to 4,000 RPM. The engine drives the front wheels via continuously variable transmission with sport mode. The Territory suspension features front McPherson struts and rear multi-link system, while the brakes use front vented and rear solid discs. Standard and safety features in the Stonic include anti-lock brake system, 4 3-point ELR seatbelts with pre-tensioner, 2-point seatbelt for 1, ISOFIX child anchors and child lock. The X variant also comes with rear camera display with dynamic guidelines, rear parking sensors, electronic stability control and hill start assist, and anti-theft system with immobilizer. The Territory safety features include 3-point ELR seatbelts for 5, with the driver and front seat passenger getting pre-tensioners, child seat ISOFIX anchorage points, and 6 airbags. The Titanium Plus variant is also equipped with auto brake hold function, anti-lock brake system, electronic brake force distribution, traction control, hill launch assist, adaptive cruise control with forward collision warning, lane departure warning, blind spot information system using high-definition 360-degree cameras and parking sensors front and back, as well as enhanced active park assist system.
The trend these days is to roll out vehicles with as much upgrades in exterior and interior features, as well as technologies at price points that make them more attractive to buyers than those of the competition, which boils down to offering more bang for the buck. So, it's good to always compare specs.
Introducing the all-new Isuzu D-Max into new heights.
Be it fine dining, a romantic garden wedding, a relaxed casual meal, or an important business event, Ilustrado is the place to go. Aside from its famed paella, the Ilustrado restaurant, which is located within the history-laden walled city of Intramuros, is also the favorite destination of food gourmands for its famous callos and lengua and other classic gustatory offerings. Ilustrado Restaurant, only for the foodies.
Humans choose more challenging paths to go up and over our biggest obstacle, ourselves. New Ford Ranger FX4 Max. Live the Ranger life.
Be part of the 2021-2022 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to bit.ly/AFPCA2021, then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2021-2022 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate, standard, and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until November 30, 2021. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
Motul is the most trusted motor oil of the top teams competing in some of the world's most grueling race competitions: the WRC, the WTCC, and the Japan GT. Motul is the only 100% fully synthetic motor oil in the market. It has antioxidant properties that prevent premature thickening and aging due to thermal stress and guarantees total engine protection. For more information about Motul engine oils, visit www.motul.com.ph.
Welcome back to Autofocus, the country's premier automobile news and features electronic magazine. Our special feature is next. BMW continues to raise the level of its M vehicles. The latest leveling up gets the competition name.
In the BMW lexicon, M stands for Motorsports. The models that are tagged with an M means they have been developed by BMW's performance department. M models are known to transform from an automobile with supreme daily usability combining premium effort, convenience, and connectivity into one with performance optimized for driving on racing circuits. BMW can't help but improve on already winning concepts, taking performance levels even higher in the latest generation of M vehicles. They are now being made available in the country by SMC Asia Car Distributors Corporation, the official importer and distributor of BMW vehicles in the Philippines.
We're here to introduce the latest BMW M vehicles in the range. We have the all-new BMW M3 Competition Sedan, the all-new BMW M4 Competition Coupe, and the all-new BMW M5 Competition.
The BMW M3 and BMW M4 competition models share the new 3.0-liter straight-six unit that comes with the latest version of M twin power turbo technology. This generates 510 horsepower and up to 650 Nm of torque. The exhaust system comes with tech that provides, in BMW's own words, an emotionally stirring endorsement of the engine's high revving character and linear power delivery, and establishes a clear line of communication from engine to driver.
With the all-new BMW M3 Competition Sedan, you have all of the hallmark features of the BMW M range. Starting off with the newly designed kidney grills right here. We also have BMW LED headlights. This particular variant, by the way, is an Alpine White. On the sides, you will see the M forged wheels. These are in 18 inches and 19 inches respectively in the front and in the rear. Basically, the body of the all-new BMW M3 Competition Sedan already takes into consideration all the hallmark features of the M family by also, being more innovative in terms of the overall sporty look and dynamism of the M characteristics. In the rear, apart from the LED taillights, you also have the functionality that comes with a sedan. So the M3 Competition actually comes with a lot of boot space. So if you want to take this into the city and off the track, you have a lot of space that you could put your stuff into and make sure that you have an enjoyable ride. The all-new BMW M3 has a coupe brother. We have here the all-new BMW M4 Competition Coupe. And you see here that it also has the hallmark features of the BMW M range with the newly designed kidney grills, LED headlights, and you have also the 19-inch M forged wheels on the sides, 20-inch in the front and the rear respectively. The particular color that we have here is Sao Paulo Yellow, which is one of the newest colors within the M range, and more particularly the BMW M4.
The 8-speed M Steptronic transmission was fitted with drive logic especially developed for the all-new BMW M3 Competition Sedan and BMW M4 Competition Coupe.
Inside the BMW M3, you will find some of the innovative features and technologies from the BMW M range. The BMW M4 Coupe Competition has some of the features of the M3 Competition Sedan in the interior. So you have the M steering wheel as well, you have the M seat belts, and even the leather merino upholstery for the seat. Now it also has the BMW Live Cockpit Professional, which allows you to maximize your connectivity whether you're on or off the track.
A drive logic button integrated into the selector lever allows the driver to access 3 distinct setups in both automatic and manual mode: comfort-oriented, sports-focused, and track-optimized. Also fitted in the M3 and M4 Competition is the M Drive Professional system, which was conceived specifically for track driving with new M traction control, M drift analyzer, and M lap timer. A setup button on the center console provides direct access to the settings options for the engine, chassis, steering, and braking system, plus traction control.
And M driving mode feature that enables you to basically save all the specific settings that you want whenever you are going on or off the track, and you can just basically change into that specific option by pressing a button right here at your steering wheel.
The new BMW M5 Competition comes with black styling details that underline its elite status. Black M5 Competition badges adorn the kidney grille, the gills, and the boot lid, while the door sill plates have an illuminated version.
As you can see, it already inhibits the latest design for the kidney grille of the 5 Series range. And apart from being a 4-door vehicle, which allows you for more functionality and practicality, this already has the power that is very impressive. We have 20-inch M light alloy wheels on the side, so you have for the front and the rear 20-inch light alloy wheels. And there are also some features of the BMW family that are integrated into this M vehicle. For example, you have the Comfort Access, which allows you to lock and unlock your vehicle by just touching the handlebar right here.
The tailpipes of the standard M Sport exhaust system are also finished in black chrome. The new BMW M5 competition is more driver-centric, with the introduction of a new operating concept and a larger central display with a diagonal of 12.3 inches.
Other features in terms of technology, like the BMW Live Cockpit Professional, so that allows you for more connectivity if you want to connect your phone, whether it's an Android or an Apple device, that allows you to maximize the BMW M5 competition as well.
The BMW M5 competition is powered by an S63 V8 engine that generates 625 horsepower and 750 Nm of torque. It comes with the MX drive system with centralized intelligent control for the active M differential. This allows drivers to set up the M5 competition from variable all-wheel drive mode with rear bias baseline setup down to two-wheel drive mode.
It runs on a 4.4 M twin turbo petrol engine, which would take you very far, not only on the track but off it as well.
The M mode button on the center console allows drivers to toggle swiftly between the road and sport settings. The M5 competition features a track mode, which is designed exclusively for use on race circuits and deactivates all the comfort and safety functions of the driver assistance systems. SMC Asia Car said buyers can customize their BMW M3 competition sedan and all-new BMW M4 competition coupe with a thrilling set of options.
The base models that we have here are offered in specific prices. So we have the M3 competition sedan available at 9,590,000. The M4 coupe is retailing at 9,690,000, and the M5 competition retails at 13,690,000. All of these vehicles now come with an opportunity to make your M driving experience more personal. So we are offering an M menu that enables you to choose from a set of options that basically makes you feel more attuned to what equipment goes into your vehicle. So whether you like your comfort or you like your performance to be increased, there are several options that we have on offer that will enable you to do that. So you can basically make these M vehicles truly your own. We invite everybody to check out the all-new BMW M vehicles that we have today by contacting your preferred dealer. We have 5 nationwide. We have RSA Motors Green Hills, RSA Motors Alabang, RSA Motors Libis. We have Autobelt in Cebu, and we also have Premier Cars in Pampanga.
The latest generation of M models are now available for ordering at the 5 BMW dealerships nationwide.
I think my dad is secretly a superhero. He's the coolest, smartest, strongest person alive. No matter where we go, he always makes sure I feel safe. And he isn't afraid of anything. My dad likes to call that the power to lead. I call it his superpower.
Be part of the 2021-2022 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to bit.ly/AFPCA2021, then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2021-2022 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate, standard, and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until November 30, 2021. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
Suzuki Ertiga.
Life is beating fast. Find what you're waiting for.
Seven-seater in style.
Make long distance easy with the Mirage G4.
Welcome back. We have more cars for you to know and appreciate as we have our second car review this week. The local compact SUV market is crowded these days. It should take a lot to stand out in the segment. Car review takes an entry that perhaps could. The 2021 Mazda CX-30 2.0 automatic sport front-wheel drive.
Over the years, Mazda has gained a reputation for rolling out beautiful automobiles with smooth, clean lines and curves. Sexy and sensuous are words that sometimes get into the mix with sporty and luxurious when describing Mazdas. So it is with the 2021 Mazda CX-30, a compact SUV that seems to share much of its design and styling on the Mazda 3 sedan and hatchback. The Mazda CX-30 is 4,395mm long, 1,795mm wide, and 1,540mm tall, with a 2,655mm wheelbase. Raised 180mm off the ground, the Mazda CX-30 just barely makes it to the SUV territory for ride height and driver viewpoint. There are 4 variants of the Mazda CX-3 available locally, from the base Pro FWD to the signature AWD. This car review checks out the 2021 Mazda CX-30 2.0 Automatic Sport FWD. The Sport FWD comes with much of the exterior features available in the local top-of-the-line Mazda CX-30 signature AWD, including headlamps with adaptive front lighting system, rain-sensing wipers, side mirrors with power adjust and fold function, dual exhaust tailpipes and 18-inch alloy wheels and 215/55 R18 tires. The only thing missing in the Sport FWD is the power lift gate. One gets into the Sport FWD using the Smart Keyless Entry system. Inside, it's all elegance and style with rich, soft surfaces, tasteful trims, and garnishing. It's black leather seats and trim in the Sport FWD. The driver's seat adjusts 8 ways but only manually, also for 6-way adjustable passenger seat. The rear seat is tight for 3 but splits 60-40, and with center armrest pulled down offers very comfortable seating for 2. The shift knob is also wrapped in leather. The instrument panel is nicely laid out with large dials for easy reading and comes with 7-inch LCD display. The 8.8-inch LCD monitor is cradled quite elegantly on top of the dash. The infotainment system comes with Mazda Connect and features 2 USB ports, Bluetooth connection, and smart mirroring for connecting with phones. And the Sport FWD is an 8-speaker Mazda harmonic acoustic system. Great, yes, but the Signature and Sport AWD have a 12-speaker Bose sound system. Other notable comfort and convenience features in the CX-30 Sport FWD are the dual-zone automatic climate control with rear ventilation, auto-dimming rear-view mirror, power windows with 1 touch up and down function on all sides. Driving the CX-30 is fun, even with just the naturally aspirated inline-4 1998cc engine that generates 154 PS and 200 Nm of torque. That's the only engine option Mazda offers locally for the CX-30 at the moment. In the Sport FWD, the engine is mated to Mazda Sky Active Drive 6-speed transmission with sport mode that sends power and torque to the front wheels. The leather-wrapped 3-spoke steering wheel tilts and telescopes, allowing drivers to set their preferred driving position. It comes with controls for audio and Bluetooth as well as standard cruise control. For those who like to have fun on the drive, it's paddle shifters that are steering wheel's best feature, especially when driving on sport mode. The CX-30 suspension system features McPherson struts on the front and torsion beam in the rear. They're tuned to provide what can be described as athletic and nimble handling, the same words used to describe the Mazda 3 hatchback ride. The brake system uses discs on all 4 wheels, ventilated in front and solid in the rear. This is integrated with anti-lock braking system with electronic brake force distribution. It also comes with electric parking brake as well as auto brake hold, a cool feature when driving in stop-and-go traffic, preventing the Mazda from rolling forward from complete stop when driver steps off the brake but has not yet stepped on the gas pedal. Also giving drivers confidence is the G Vectoring Control Plus, as well as Dynamic Stability Control, which helps keep the CX-30 in control around curves as well as prevent side slips or skids during sudden turns or on slippery surfaces. The CX-30 Sport FWDs have rear view cameras which should help make for safer reversing. Parking sensors should help in this, but they're only available locally of the Signature and Sport AWD variants. Also needing mention is the iStop idling system feature on the CX-30, which automatically shuts off the engine at full stops and turns it back on when it's time to go again, helping improve fuel economy. Aside from the seatbelts, also added for safety on the CX-30 are front and side airbags for driver and front seat passenger, curtain and driver knee airbags, and child locks. The Sport FWD is priced at 1.79 million pesos.
Design, styling, and performance should count when choosing SUVs. The Mazda CX-30 is certainly in the upper brackets in those categories. Also in price for that matter. Know more about your car and how to take care of it here on Autopedia.
Hi, this is Sydney from Speed Lab, and today I'm going to teach you how to look at a dyno chart, read and understand it. Spend enough time on the internet and online and you'll probably come across one of these when talking about performance numbers. This is called a dyno chart, and this is the most effective and straightforward way to prove that something makes power or not when it comes to engine modifications. A dyno chart basically tells you how much power and torque your car makes. That's it. It's very simple. It does not tune, it does not add power, it does not do anything except measure the horsepower of your car. It's basically a glorified treadmill for the car. So in every dyno chart, there's always two axes. One is the x-axis, which is always the RPM of the car being measured. So in this case, it's a Montero, so it's from 2,000 to 4,300. Then the y-axis here has horsepower and torque. For the Dynapack dyno chart, they split it into two. But later, we'll review another popular dyno chart that you keep seeing, which is from DynoJet. So these lines represent the number of runs in one dyno session. For the Dynapack one, each file can contain up to 6 runs, which is represented by these 6 colors. We'll start with the horsepower side. That's what everybody keeps asking, and that's what everybody sort of understands a little bit more. The first run is this red line, which is almost always here, the baseline power, which means car comes into the shop, nothing has been done, we put it here, we take a power reading of what it is. Whether it's stock or slightly modified, it's called the baseline because we haven't done anything yet. Then subsequent runs, obviously the expected is you should get more power, which is why you're having it dyno tuned in the first place or having modifications done. And this is our second run. This is a historical one, which we already did a few weeks ago with the ECU reflash. So from here, you can see the peak power at stock is around 155, which is indicated here. This is our power after reflash, which is 181. Note that the RPM is pretty much the same, 3,400 RPM. So that's the correct way to compare power actually, or anything. It has to be on the same RPM scale. Then this is what we did just now with a full exhaust installed. So we're up to 219 horsepower for this old 2009 3.2 Montero. Torque is the same way. You read the graph here. So with diesels, it always starts off high, then goes lower. But as you can see, we have a pretty big, almost 150 foot-pound of torque increase here, from 312 to 446. That's pretty big, considering, just for reference, your average 7.8 only makes 100 foot-pounds of torque. Most people always quote when they get into these internet arguments is, oh, my car makes 100 horsepower because that's what the brochure says. You are only partly right. It's 100 horsepower at a certain RPM. Like for this Montero, when people ask how much power did you make? Oh, stock we make 155 at 3,500 RPM. This is important because if you look at the chart here at the bottom, you're only making 120 horses at 2,250 RPM. This part and this part almost nobody mentions. And here, towards the end of the RPM graph, you're actually only making 90 horsepower at red line of a diesel Montero. This is the number that everybody's most interested in, but this only tells part way of the story. Because here we have practically 155 to 218, that's about 65 horses. But at here, if we take these 2 points, it's actually closer to 60 horsepower. What you're most concerned about is the area in between the two charts that you're looking at. This one here. This is only 1 point, but you have to take the whole chart and the whole dyno as a whole. Same thing with torque. It starts off big, then gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller as you go down to red line. So next time when you want to argue with your friends, you should always ask, okay, horsepower at something RPM. It always has to have that because power by nature is defined as work over time. Torque is the work that you're doing, the amount of force that you're giving. Power is time, meaning how much force you apply over a period of time. And that period of time is from 2,000 to 4,300 RPM. And the M in the RPM is minutes. So revolutions per minute. That's your measure of time. So power always has to have a length of time and the time component in between. It cannot just be, it's not a static thing like, oh, I make this much power now. Yes, but what about a second later? What about 5 seconds later? Okay, that's for the dyno chart from a Dynapack. The Dynapack is actually a brand of dynamometer. The same way that you have an Orion brand ruler, you have a Century brand ruler, and a Stanley brand ruler. Different dynos have different brands, but they all measure the same thing. It's horsepower. And then this is another type of dyno. This is from DynoJet, which is you also see a lot on the internet. And this is their dyno chart. As you can see, it's also the same. You have RPM here at the bottom. You have power here at the y-axis. But you have torque here at the other y-axis. What they do is they intersperse it with each other. Same thing also, you can have multiple runs represented by multiple colors. So this is 2 runs. First run is red, second run is blue. So this is the line for power, these two. Then this is the line for torque. Same thing also, there's a pointer here that you can put here and the values here will change. Also, maximum power at, it will show you here, 180 and 146 horsepower at this RPM here, at 6,000 RPM. Then it will show you also max torque, which is somewhere here at 5,000 RPM. So once again, you read it the same way, power at RPM, torque at RPM. And as you can see, when you're only at 2,500, you're only doing about 20 horse, then it gradually gets bigger, 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 until red line. Same thing with torque. This is a gasoline engine, so your maximum torque is made somewhere here in the middle. So some torque, some torque, some torque, big torque, then torque drops off. Now, are there other brands of dynos in the Philippines? Yes, there are. If your car comes with a printout from one of these, it is unquestioned what the numbers are. Okay, so that's how you read a dyno chart, whether it's from DynoJet or Dynapack. And if you go to the SpeedLab Facebook page, I do post a lot of these things. This one, sometimes this one, because we do have a DynoJet also. And with the corresponding explanations, what these lines also mean. So yes, check it out, so you might learn a thing or two.
That's our feature on Autopedia this week. Taking care of your ride has been made easier. And that's Autofocus this week. We hope you have found this edition of your electronic automobile magazine informative as well as entertaining. You can also check us out on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. On behalf of my dad, Butch Gamboa, this has been your host, Ray Louis Gamboa. Please stay safe and healthy.